The US Justice Department is in the process of seizing more than $1 billion worth of assets linked to a Malaysian investment fund. The fund, 1MDB, is accused of misappropriating billions of dollars worth of public money. The FBI says the cash was splashed on Beverly Hills real estate, Monet, and the Wolf of Wall Street movie. Oliver Whitfield-Miocic picks up the story.
The US investigation into 1MDB is like something out of the movie The Wolf of Wall Street. Indeed, officials with the Sovereign Wealth Fund are accused of bankrolling the film about lavish excesses. The investment fund is also suspected of buying high-end real estate in Los Angeles and New York. Now the US Department of Justice is seizing its assets in the country.
Now, the $1 billion in assets that we're discussing today are just a portion of the more than $3 billion that was stolen from 1MDB and laundered through American financial institutions in violation of United States law.
Sovereign wealth funds are an investment tool used by rich nations. What usually happens is the country uses the fund to invest surplus state money in diverse assets, things like oil, gas, or land. Other funds put their money into things such as shares or government bonds. When the investments are sold off, the money earned is usually returned to the public purse. But in the case of Malaysia's 1MDB, the fund was used to buy lavish items such as planes, jewels and art. The fund was set up by Prime Minister Najib Razak in 2009, who has consistently denied any wrongdoing in previous investigations into his finances. The US Justice Department report accuses 5 1MDB officials of defrauding the fund. No one is named, but someone described as Malaysian Official 1 is widely reported to be Najib.
Those people involved will have, they say, through the process, the court process in the United States. So allow the process to take its course.
A number of US banks have been linked to the scandal. Last year, rallies were staged in Kuala Lumpur over the Prime Minister's financial activities. These latest allegations seem certain to only add to the public's anger. Oliver Whitfield-Miocic, TRT World.
Okay, our editor-at-large, Craig Copetas, joins us from Paris now. Craig, we just saw a little bit there from Loretta Lynch. I mean, she's notoriously tough, isn't she? We saw her going after FIFA. But why is the US government getting involved in the Malaysian scandal?
Well, it is the extension of America's new soft power. You can't really invade a country anymore. So what the U.S. has done is they've created something called the Kleptocracy Asset Recovery Unit. Think of this as the SEAL Team 6 of the United States Department of Treasury. And as the report indicated, these guys discovered that all of this money was allegedly being taken out of Malaysia. In fact, the U.S. attorney involved said that this money provided absolutely no benefit to the people of Malaysia. But there's only one problem with that, Matthew. There was an investigation in Malaysia, and the authorities there said there was no problem. So once again, we have the United States government attempting to extraterritorially enforce its laws, and a lot of countries don't like that.
But what about the people themselves involved? Is that too ambitious?
Well, look, under the United States Code, if they're doing deals in dollars or using U.S. banks, the United States has created laws that will allow them to put these folks in jail. But the important thing here is what the U.S. is doing here, whether or not Malaysia is a corrupt country or not. The dynamic of what they're doing, this alleged soft power, really upsets countries like Russia and China and other countries. Malaysia, don't forget, is supposed to be an ally of the United States. So once again, we have seen this extraterritorial enforcement. Where does it stop? Nobody knows.
Okay, good question. Craig Copetas in Paris, thank you.